Zoom goes English, you still just nod and smile at me and you clap when I stop. Sour? Now, you have to have the boring bit before you have the fun. But this is a bigger picture message. Some of what I've got to say is for you. Some of what I have to say is about you. To the people in the big cars, in the big fancy houses, and up in Parliament who are not listening to Gen Z. Sour? Joined up right. More than 10 years ago, table, kahawa, and Peter says, I have an idea. I nodded, I smiled, and I said, go for it. As a consequence of that, 10 years ago, and when I was far wealthier, and I didn't have grey hairs, and I was driving a Pajero, not a Suzuki Jimny, 10 years later, all you are here now. So there's a lesson in that. From the smallest of beginnings against seemingly impossible odds against you, right? You keep the dream. And one day, somebody will walk the talk with you. Sour? So you see, the capacity building programs that Global Youth Forum Kenya has is about walking the talk, not what is often happening in our country, of they're all talking the talk and they forget to do the walk. Sour? Everything that GYF does is about creating a reality. Education, capacity building training, about jobs, about security. That is what GYF is about. If you like to sit for hours and listen to the talk, you're in the wrong place. It's off your backsides and show that you mean business. Yes? If you sit there and wait, you'll grow roots, but you won't go very far. And that's something that you have to realize. And it's not just in Kenya, it is anywhere in the world. All right? And that's something you need to remember. So I want to thank this, dedicated team of the GYF motivators here and all the growing number of sponsors. Yes? You see, if you have money in this country, you are a magnet for people who want to smile at you and empty your pockets. True? Okay? So, as more and more people are asking for money, the people who have the money are zipping up their pockets and putting padlocks on their handbags. So you have to walk the talk to convince, not just talk the talk. Yes? And it is because Global Youth Forum is talking, it is not just doing the talking, it's demonstrating what guys and girls like you can do, that sponsors are saying, okay, all right, there's the proof, here's the hardware, here are the funds. And to those who've come across that bridge, I want to say thank you very much indeed. So, think about it. A tournament like this brings together young people of different beliefs, different cultures, different tribes, different backgrounds. Some have education, but others of you, and in other competitions that GYF runs like this, there are those who have been denied what is their fundamental birthright, which is education. And as far as you need to go with that education. So whether it is just the end of high school, whether it is college, whether it is polytechnic skills, whether it is university, it's your right. And so many are denied that. And we have to do something about that. You see? So, some of you have great dreams, and others of you have been downtrodden by misfortune or lack of any opportunity at all. And life can seem very dark when you've not eaten for 2 days and there's no roof over the head. And you think, why? So all of you who face that, and the other young Kenyans around this country who face that, and it doesn't matter whether it's the inner cities or out in some of the rural areas, the problem is still there. Life can overwhelm us. You know, you just think, I can't cope. And I haven't even started talking about the quick 200 bob in the pocket to take this parcel to that nice person over there, and you become a drugs courier, which is one of the biggest challenges we have here in Mombasa. Yes? And you have friends, and you think how they were when you first knew them, and you look at the physical, mental wreck that is standing there, shaking, because they haven't had their fix. And you think, God help me, I don't go that way. And you look at them and think, I'm helpless, I don't know what to do. I haven't got the money to help them. And it hasn't got to be that way. So together, we are one. That's Global Youth Forum Kenya. And skills can grow, you can share your knowledge. And one thing I think it's most important to say, and this is where I get in trouble with the politicians. This is a reality all over the world, and I've travelled in many places, though who would really want to be anywhere else but Kenya? Kenya is home for this Mzungu anyway. Okay? And it's simply this. Right? When Kenya had its 60th birthday, do you remember what was in the newspapers? Oh, look at Singapore, look at Hong Kong, look at... We were independent at the same time. They are very far, why are we not there? Do you know what the truth of it is? Any society, any group of business people, and the politicians that they back, and any politician in local government or in national government, that fails to realise that the single greatest asset it has is nothing that grows on trees, nothing that washes up on the seashore, no mineral that is dug up out of the ground. The greatest single asset that any society has is you, the next generation. If you ignore your next generation, if you see the energy of your next generation as a threat, then that generation is lost. And so will their grandchildren and great-grandchildren be lost. You see? So the greatest asset that any country has is its own youth. Because you are the future. And if they don't invest in you, where is the future? There's no future. And you can look all over the world and see those countries where the business people, the politicians, have put everything they can find into education and training. And then you look at the countries where it's not been done, and you have the answers to why they're not where they should be. GYF is trying to make a difference in its own small way. Yep. And you being part of it, you benefiting from that, learning the skills, learning the patience, you're going to go onto that field in a minute. The whole thing falls apart if you don't follow the rules of football. True? You take that discipline into the rest of your life, you see how far you go. So there we go. As the great President Barack Obama said, yes, we can. And it's yes, we can make a difference to our communities and for ourselves. So, I wish you a fantastic competition. Play the rules. Keep the discipline. Don't kick the ankles. Get the ball the proper way. And so, as patron of Global Youth Forum Kenya, I formally declare the competition open!